safety net.
Hi, my name is April Calnan, and I'm here to talk to you about jobs and how to get them. Let me talk to you a little bit about this program. It's called The Real Truth About Real Jobs. There are no actors in it. Everyone is real life, including me. I teach in correctional institutions and work with young people just like you. This program was produced in Florida, so the way the facilities look and the kind of uniforms people wear might be different from where you are. Your facility may look more like this, or like this, or like this.
These gentlemen do a good job.
And you may be a little younger or older than some of the people you see in this program. But you all have several things in common. You are young people who got in some trouble, don't know a lot about jobs, and probably don't have much experience living on your own.
I did some roofing with my uncles. You know, I worked, cleaned dishes, went to wash dishes, and it's really it. Mowed yards a couple of times. I really didn't have no jobs, really. I've never had to pay no bills. I've never had no responsibilities like that.
I didn't have to pay bills because I always stayed with my mom. So she took care of everything. All I had to do was really take care of my son. He wasn't a big problem.
The things I really like to know about working is like what it feels like to get your first paycheck, you know, and know that you did it legally instead of doing things illegally to get your money.
I've never had any experience, you know, paying bills or having to take care of someone else.
I never lived by myself. I always lived with my parents. I was in and out the house and going to work when I can and when I want to, basically. That's how I lost the job, because I didn't like the work world, I guess.
I don't have no kind of experience in working. When I think about working, I think about a lot of things I can do. And I'm happy and scared. Happy because I'm going to find a job, and scared because I wouldn't know what to do, but it's best to learn.
What I like to know about working is how to fill out resumes and to talk to the boss and get into a job.
Does any of that sound familiar? We heard basically the same thing from a lot of young people, which is why we designed this course especially for you. The course will take you through some important aspects of working, beginning with the fear that a lot of people just like you have, that nobody will hire me because I've been incarcerated.
I think they feel like people are going to judge them more than they actually do. They think that as soon as they tell somebody they have a criminal background, that person is going to turn them away. It really isn't true. People are more understanding than they think they are. It is not uncommon for people to have a criminal background of some type. You just need to prove yourself, and you may have to try a little bit harder to prove yourself, but once you do that, people are willing to trust you.
We're also going to find out a little bit about what the world of work is like.
After speaking with a lot of different employers, the number one thing that they're looking for is stability, loyalty. An employer does not like to have to look for people either. It's just as much anxiety-driven as it is for you to look. They don't want to have to do that every 2-3 months. They're looking for stability, someone that's going to be there for a year or so. Not forever, nobody stays in their jobs forever anymore. However, long enough where they're going to learn something, they can get the job done for them. An employer, if you're courteous and tell him that you're willing to learn and he's willing to teach, take advantage of that.
Then we're going to find out about what kind of help is available for you when you are released.
There is an abundance of programs out there. There are a lot of well-meaning people in a variety of organizations, nonprofits, community-based, even religious-based programs that want to help kids and people get on their feet and stay on their feet and make successes of their lives. You just have to be willing to ask for some help and say, this is my goal, can you help me reach it? And if they say, no, that's not what we do, your follow-up question is, well, do you know who else I can talk to? Because there are lots of programs out there. Now, you may have to ask a few people to find the program that's right for you or the assistance that you need.
Next, we'll look at what you can start doing right now, before you're released.
I must admit, when I first got locked up, then I thought that when I got out, it would be harder, but I've enrolled in so many programs here and I got so much help that I got some, I guess you could say, training. So I think it's going to be a lot easier for me, and I learned how to do resumes and everything since I've been here. So I'm going to take all my experiences in here and I'm going to put it toward a resume and hopefully be able to get a job easier.
And finally, we will review what we have learned and also take a look at a very important issue.
With a lot of youth being released from prison, it's not about what color that you may be as far as not obtaining employment. It all boils down to you presenting yourself to that employer in order to obtain that job. If you are qualified, that's what they're looking for. They're not looking at what color that you may be. They're looking at, are you able to fill out that job application? Are you able to interview? Are you able to communicate? How are you going to dress when you go to the interview? That's what it all boils down to.
This course has 6 parts. Each one starts off with a video like this one. Then you'll further explore using the workbooks that come with this course. Now, this workbook is something you need to hang on to because it contains lots and lots of information that will be helpful to you after release. We're not going to try to map out your whole future here, just help you take the first solid step. And to do that, you need to know that your first job after release is very important.
When you get out, your first few jobs, or the one job that you get that you move up in, it is pretty much everything, because it's all you have, it's all you got left. That's what everybody is going to base your improvement on. When your parole officer comes in, he's basing everything on your job. Okay, he's improved here, he's been promoted here, he's doing this, and he's doing that. It's all pretty much wrapped up in job, because that's what everybody's looking at. What's he trying to do for himself? They're gauging everything that you do for yourself off your job. Not necessarily how much you make, but basically your performance, your attitude, and how much you put in to your actual job is what they're basing everything off of.
It's really important that you try to focus on getting your first job. And if that's not the perfect job, it helps you become employable, and once you're employed, then other people will say, you know what, I'll take a chance on that person because they've already got a job. So the most important thing when you first get out is just finding a job. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not going to be the job you stay with forever, but if it's a job that can get you started and start to demonstrate for all the other employers that you're responsible, that you've changed, that you can make a commitment, that you can show up for work, then pretty soon you'll have that behind you, and it's going to be much easier to find your next job. But you have to be willing to start wherever you can find that first job.
Well, your first job after release is very important. Actually, I'm still benefiting today from the first job that I had after release.
This is my first job after release, and this is important to me because I didn't think when I got out that as soon as I got out, I was going to get a job. It's been like a month and a half that I just got out, and I came up with a job, you know. But the reason why it's important to me because I'm not only showing myself, but I'm showing society that I want to become somebody, and I want to work. I want to, you know, I want to do something for myself.
And now let me leave you with the most important thing you can learn from this course. Your attitude about work is everything. It will determine your future far more than anything else. More than having been incarcerated, more than what color your skin is, more than the kind of education you have, and more than your family background. With the right attitude about work, there is nothing that you cannot do. And your attitude is under your complete control. Nobody can give it to you, and no one can take it from you. One of your first classroom assignments will be to talk about your work attitude. So listen to what these young people have to say, and think about the kind of attitude you have. See you next time.
I hear a lot of people say they don't have to work because they got their boyfriends to help them and pay the bills, and they just sit home, do nothing. But I don't be feeling like that. I feel like I want to work.
I used to think like that, like back in the day. I used to be like, I shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, have to be going to work. I should just be getting money, but I don't think that's not right. You should work for what you want. You should want to earn what you get, not just expect handouts. You used to your parents or whatever giving you a lot of things, and that's just, I guess you grow up thinking like that, and that develop laziness in you.
Everybody have to work. I mean, you can't just expect someone to take care of you all your life. No.
Okay, I know that you have to start off slow and take things slow. You just can't go and just start where you want to start at, like as of starting at a job that don't make that much, and then you got to get higher and higher. But I see my future plans as me starting off low and then moving bigger and bigger because I know I can make it. I see myself living by myself with my own job, just me and my son, and then moving up to a bigger job, bigger house, getting more things for him so he won't have to go do bad things to get the things he wants. Just keep on going until I reach the top.
The only thing I say is I have to go look. I'm not really, the jobs that I know I'm going to probably be able to get when I get out are not going to be the ones that I want to do for a while, but those are the things like maybe working back in a department store to start off with. But that's what I'm going to be doing when I first get out. I have to start somewhere, so I might as well go ahead and start off small and get used to working again.
I might have to get a job at like McDonald's or something, or a telemarketing place. I don't like them places. But to prove that I have work, that I can keep a job and I'm responsible and dependable and everything, I guess I have to do what I have to do. Because I'm gonna need to pay bills and pay for my school, so I'm gonna have to do something. Nobody's ever gonna, sometimes you're not gonna always like what you do, but you have to do it. Like I don't like being here, but I have to be here. And I think I do very well.